Aloha folks, my name is Spunks and welcome back to another episode of Box Office Chat where we take a look at the top 5 domestic box office results, see where each movie landed, and see how well each movie did. So let's get started. Number 5 is Tenet, which made $905,000 this weekend, bringing its domestic total to $55 million and its worldwide gross to $350 million. So I think it's safe to say that Tenet's run at the top 5 is over, especially seeing how it's going to video on demand home release very soon. And with many other movies coming out, I can see those pushing it down. So, yes, it is a shame to see this movie leave the top 5, but it had a good run. It managed to cross over $50 million, and hopefully it'll make even more money through VOD and DVD rentals. Number 4 is Honest Thief, which made $1.1 million this weekend, adding up to an $11 million domestic total and a worldwide gross of $21 million. So its placement in the charts this week is a little concerning, seeing how it was at number 2 last week, and now it's at number 4, but still, it made over $1 million, and this is its best hold throughout its entire run, so that's something to be proud of, I guess, but then again, seeing how it's at number 4, and how Tenet was at number 4 last weekend, I do see this being the end of Honest Thief's run in the top 5 domestic box office charts. Now let's move on to number 3, which is The War with Grandpa, which made $1.5 million, bringing its domestic total to $13 million and its worldwide total to $20 million. So this weekend's totals for this movie is not only its best hold, it actually went up in attendance. It went up 18% from last week, which is insane. It's also good, but insane. The War with Grandpa was able to boost up attendance, and to add on to that goodness, the budget is $24 million and it's at $20 million, and I think it's safe to say that The War with Grandpa will be able to make its budget back worldwide. Doubling it, that's a different story, but it'll most likely make its budget back. So good on you, War with Grandpa. You were able to make your budget back, and you were able to boost up attendance. Number 2 is Come Play, which made $1.8 million, adding up to its domestic total of $5 million and a worldwide total of $7 million. So despite it opening to number 2 this weekend, I do see it struggling to maintain its audience, seeing how there's another horror-type movie that's seeming to get a lot of buzz that's coming out this weekend that might steer audiences away from this and to that, but more on that later. But still, the fact that it opened to number 2 is still pretty good, and it's probably made its entire budget back, seeing how it probably wasn't that expensive to make. So, but then again, I am unaware of the budget, so who knows. And finally, let's end the video off with the number 1 movie of the weekend, and that is Let Him Go, which made $4 million this weekend. Now, this opening weekend definitely surprised me, because, like I said last weekend, I know little to nothing about this movie outside that it stars Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. But the fact that it not only opened to number 1, but it had the highest opening for a movie since Tenet back in early September is pretty fantastic, if you ask me. This definitely surprised me, and I'm pretty sure it surprised a lot of other people when viewing the box office this weekend. Again, I'm aware of the movie's budget, like a lot of the movies I've talked about on this show, but I definitely consider this a win for the studio and for the filmmakers. Now, the real question, of course, is how will things look next week, because there's more movies supposedly coming out that are probably going to knock this one down a couple pegs at the box office, and will it maintain the audience that it reached this weekend? I'm not sure. This year's been all sorts of topsy-turvy, so we'll just have to see what happens next week, but as for this weekend, color me surprised. And those are the top 5 domestic box office results, but we're not quite done yet, as we still got another week ahead of us, and a pretty major release hitting theaters this weekend, and that is Freaky. This is the new horror comedy from the director of the Happy Death Day movies, which are really good movies in my opinion, and if I'm being honest, I can see this opening to number 1 next weekend. I've seen promotion for it, it's getting good reviews, and it's certainly getting people interested online. I do know a couple people who are actually kind of curious on seeing this movie, And I'm going to see it as well on Sunday. A review will be out probably next week. But I definitely think this movie will be able to be number one. As for how much it will make this weekend, that's a different question. But the fact that it only costs $5 million to make, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. It'll be a hit. It'll be able to quadruple its budget in a week. But we'll just have to wait and see when the movie releases this Friday, the 13th of November. By the way, please stay safe this weekend. And that's going to do it for this week's episode of Box Office Chat. What did you guys think of the results? Were you satisfied? Were you unsatisfied? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media links right there. And until next time, guys, stay sharp.